So this is the cassava. We are making some cassava pone, as I said, and to prep it for the cassava pone, you need to grate it or use a food processor if you have one. But in order to get the skin off, you make a slit right there. We'll cut it in smaller pieces because it comes on a long, it's a long root. So you cut it into smaller, shorter pieces, and you get your knife under here, and the skin comes off real easy. And then this is what you're left with. And what you do further, you get into the, you can use a larger knife for this part of it, and you split it in two and get the there's a stem in the middle here that you can usually get out. But if you're going to grate it, you can grate around the stem and you wouldn't have to try to get the stem out. But if you're going to use the food processor, it's good to get the stem out before you cut it into smaller pieces and get it into the food processor. I use the smaller part of the grater, the shredder, the shredding part, or you can use the this is the smaller part of the shredder. This one is a little too, it's going to take a very long time, but this part here is usually what I would use if I'm grating. And you get a very good shred, and it happens pretty quickly. So it comes out really nice and shredded and soft. Now, I'm also going to use the food processor, and we'll see the difference here with the food processor, using the food processor and using the grater. And you take your preference from that. So if you're using the food processor, you have to cut them into smaller pieces. So if you're like this, you use this for grating, if you're going to grate it on the grater. But if you're going to use a food processor, you will need to go down to, just cut it up in some smaller pieces, just to assist the food processor to do its work. So we'll put this in here. So let's do the first set and see how we're going. We'll go with crush. So in just about 30 seconds. I found this to be the most efficient way to do this. It's quicker and you get a good consistency here, nice and crumbly and really, really small. So I'll go for the food processor any day. But if you don't have a food processor, grating does a good job also. So for this cassava pone recipe, I have 3 pounds of cassava, which I did in the food processor. And I have 2 coconuts, which I got the flesh out of the shell, and I peeled off the brown skin. Just wanted to look a little, just a little cleaner. So I did that, and I'm going to put this also in the food processor. And get it to the same consistency as the as the cassavas are. Into the coconut, I'm going to put some coconut milk. I do maybe half a can, and I also put some carnation milk in there. We're going to go through all the ingredients in a good way in a few minutes. And so I blended the coconut with some coconut milk and some carnation milk. So it's nice and rich in flavor and texture. So I'm using 2 coconuts, which I blended with milk and coconut milk and carnation milk. So we're going to put this together, get the other spices, and then we'll bake this at 375 for about an hour. So when you're ready to put it together, I'll be back. So let's put this cassava pone together, which is an Afro Guyanese dish. It's a favorite dish of all of Guyana. Everybody enjoys it right now, and it's called cassava pone. Here are the ingredients. As I did before, I blended my coconut with some coconut milk, with half a cup of coconut milk and half a cup of evaporated milk, to get it to the consistency that I wanted. I also used the food processor for my cassava, to get it to the consistency that I want. I used you can grate it with a grater, or you can use a food processor. I opted for the easier option. And I have the rest of coconut milk here, another half a cup, and another half a cup of carnation milk. I'll see how much I need. And I have 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. I'll see how much of that I need. Probably use all of it. We have some black pepper, which is a must. Some cinnamon powder, and this is the cinnamon powder over here, and this is my my nutmeg. This is my nutmeg, which is a must also. If you like clove, the flavor of clove, I just have a teaspoon of ground clove there, just as an option. It's gonna give it a little kick, a little thing. You know, you say, what's that? Fruits are optional. I have some cherries and some some prunes, which I cut up. Which I think I might just include that in there. Sugar, depending on how much. I have half a cup of sugar here, because we're using the condensed milk also. But you'll taste as you go, and depending on how sweet you want it, you can use that. Essence, I have vanilla. I have a tablespoon of vanilla and a tablespoon of almond essence, and here I have 1 cup of melted butter. So this is all we're going to combine. This is all the ingredients that we're going to combine to make this cassava pone. So let's get to our pan. I have to grease your pan before you pour it in there, and we're going to bake this at 375. It's going to take maybe 4 to 5 minutes to an hour until the edges are nice and crusty, and when you stick it with a toothpick, it comes out clean. Same process. So let's get our pan greased and let's get to mixing. So let's start by adding our coconut. And get it all in here. And I'll give this a mix. Add a part of the sugar, and part of the condensed milk, at least half the can. Let's get our spices in there. Let's see how we're doing here. You're looking for a pourable dough, not too stiff, not too runny. Add our melted butter. Get it all in there. That's looking good. Almond essence and the vanilla. So I'll just add a little bit of the evaporated milk. And just a little bit of the coconut milk. Oh, the aroma is awesome. Give it a stir, and then we'll give it a taste. Okay. Okay. I think I can use the rest of the condensed milk. It's going to make it nice and decadent. Yep. Let's go in with the rest of the sugar. And the rest of the evaporated milk. So my measurements were exact, actually. Because we need it to be pourable like this. So we'll get it in the pan. I'll be back. So I spooned it into my pan, and I just put the I just strategically set the fruits on top of it. If they sink, they sink. You know, wherever, as long as they're in there, you know. So it looks pretty right now. So I'm going to put it in the oven, 375, and it's going to take maybe about an hour. So here we have it, guys, the finished product, the cassava pone. It's just out of the oven after about an hour and 10 minutes, and we're going to let it cool completely before we cut into it, and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Once again, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next clip. Happy Emancipation Day. Here we are, guys, finished product. It's cool, and I cut it up in some squares here, and it's ready for tasting. The fruits are really prominent in there. I just love that. It's nice and tender and gooey there. Awesome. Let's give it a taste. How about that? This is heavenly. Thanks to the ancestors. That came up with these recipes. They're awesome. So, Emancipation Day is coming up. Happy Emancipation. And I hope you'll try this recipe. It's awesome. It brings back memories. And it's delicious. Once again, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next clip. So, Emancipation Day is coming up. Happy Emancipation. And I hope you'll try this recipe. It's awesome. It brings back memories. And it's delicious. Once again, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next clip.